Hello students, welcome back to my YouTube channel Mathematical Lens by Namita. In this video, we are going to continue with chapter number 4, Expression using letter numbers of grade 7 mathematics of the new NCERT textbook Ganit Prakash. So in the previous videos, we covered the figure it out exercise given on page number 102 to 105. We covered question number 1 to 9. In this video, we are going to discuss question number 10 and 10 onwards. So, describe the corresponding, question number 10 says, describe the situation corresponding to the following algebraic expression. So, till now we were forming expression. Now here the expression is given and we have to fit in a situation for these two expressions which are given. One is 8x plus 3y, other is 15x minus 2x. So for 8x plus 3y, we can write like a pen cost rupees 8 and a pencil cost rupees 3. So, and if you buy X pens and Y pencils, so like for pen, if we consider, then for X pens, the cost would be 8x. You have purchased X pens and 8 rupees. And for the pencil, the cost of each pencil is 3 rupees and you have purchased Y pencil. So for pencil, it would be 3y, right? So then the total money paid by you will be the sum of both. So 8x plus 3y. Okay, this is the first situation. Second is 15x minus 2x. Now here the same quantities thing, because like the variable is same, x and x. So we can write like a fruit vendor has 15 boxes of guavas. For this number 15, we write 15 boxes and each box contain x guavas for the variable. So 15 into x is 15x. Now before selling them, he found that 2 boxes of guavas were rotten. So that has to be removed. So 2 boxes of guava means 2x which are to be removed. So we subtract it. So the number of fresh guavas left with the vendor will be 15x minus 2x. Right? So this is question number 10, A and B, both the answers. Question number 11. Imagine a straight rope. If it is cut once, as shown in the picture, there is a picture shown, we get 2 pieces. Like this is one rope and we cut it one, you get 2 pieces. This is one piece. This is one piece and this is the other piece. So with one cut, 2 pieces. Let us read it further. What is given? If the rope is folded once and then cut as shown, we get 3 pieces. Now the first one, here it was straight. The rope was straight and it was cut. So you got 2 pieces. Now it is folded this way. One fold. So how many pieces you are getting? This is one piece. This is second. And this is the third piece. So we keep writing like 0 fold if it is folds. Take it on one side, fold and pieces. Right, so if there is 0 fold, if there is no fold, we get 2 pieces. If there is 1 fold, how many pieces we are getting? 1, 2, 3. We make a record of it. Now it is folded 1, 2. Observe the pattern and find the number of pieces. The rope is folded 10 times and cut. So firstly, see here there was 1 fold. So you got 3 pieces. Now there are 2 folds. And how many pieces we are getting? This is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, with 2 pieces you are getting 2 folds, you are getting 4 pieces. Okay, so if we see the pattern, you see the number of folds, 2 more than that pieces you will get. If you have 0, then 2. If you have 1, then 3. If you have 2, then 4. Suppose you make now 3 folds. So you will get how many pieces? You will get 5, 2 more than that if you observe the pattern. Right? Now if you take 4, if you make 4 folds, and you will get 6. Right? So it is 2 more than that. Each one is 2 more than the number of folds. The pieces are 2 more than the number of folds. So if we want, it is written 10 times it is folded, then how many pieces you will get? 10 plus 2 is 12. Right? So what is the expression for the number of pieces when the rope is folded r times? So if it is r times folded, it is 2 more than that, so r plus 2. So the expression formed will be r plus 2. If it is n, then n plus 2. So whatever number of folds plus 2 pieces you will get. Question number 12. Look at the matchstick pattern below. Observe and identify the pattern. How many matchsticks are required to make 10 such squares? First, let us see for one square, how many? We'll write here squares and number of matchsticks needed. Always form a table like this and then observe the pattern. Once you understand the pattern, you can form an expression with that. So if we see for one square, 4 are needed. Forming a one square, 4 matchsticks are needed. Now for 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 4 plus 3 you can see. This 4 and plus 3. So total 7. Here 4 are needed. Third one, if you see, these are 4, then 3, 3. So 4 plus 3 plus 3, that is 10 matchsticks are needed. So how do we understand this pattern? If you see, 3, 3 is being added. Only in the beginning there is one more. All otherwise they are all multiples of 3 and then one more. Right? So if we observe the same thing in a different way, suppose for one square, 1 into 3 plus 1. So you get 4. These are all 1 more than multiples of 3. 4 can also be written as 3 plus 1. 7 can also be written as 6 plus 1. 10 can also be written as 9 plus 1. So what I will do, they are multiples of 3 plus 1. All the numbers if you observe. So 1 into 3 plus 1 gives you 4. 2 squares if you need. 2 into 3 plus 1, that is 7. So 3 squares, then 3 into 3 plus 1 means 10. That is what we established from this diagram. Now they have asked for 10. So instead of 3, we will write 10 over here. 10 into 3 plus 1, that is 31 matchsticks will be needed. So if you understand the pattern, it is so easy to find out for whatever number of squares you want to make. Now they have asked for W. W can be any natural number, right? So instead of 10, we write W. W into 3 plus 1. So this will be equal to 3W plus 1. We write the number first. W into 3 means 3W. So the expression formed over here is 3W plus 1. So for 10 squares, you can write down for 10 squares, how many matchsticks are needed? 31 matchsticks. And for W squares, this is the expression. You can write 3W plus 1, right? So first you observe the pattern and then understand and make the expression. Question number 13. Have you noticed how the color changes in a traffic signal? The sequence of the color change is shown below. Find the color at position 90, 190, 343. Write the expression to describe the position for each color. Now first we observe this. First it is red, then it becomes yellow, then green. Again it becomes yellow and then red. Okay, so this pattern continues. So red, yellow, green, yellow, then red, Then again yellow, green, yellow. So at one number, you can see red is at 1 and 5, yellow is at 2 and 4, and green is at 3. Then let us see next. So we'll understand this by writing some numbers. So now let us write this numbers. You see the pattern, we understood that it is red, yellow, green, yellow, and then red. So I've arranged the numbers, the positions at which the colors, they follow the position, right? So I've written them in sequence, and you saw that it is in the sequence of 4 group. So red, yellow, green, yellow, again red, yellow, green, yellow, right? So it goes on like this. So group of 4. So I have written it in the same manner, so it's easy for you to understand. Now if we observe this pattern of yellow first. Yellow is easiest, so we first write down the equation for yellow color. So if you see yellow, they are all multiples of 2. Okay, here you see they are all even numbers. Okay, yellow color are all even numbers. So they are all multiples of 2. So you can write the expression as 2x for yellow color. They are all multiples of 2. So that is very simple. Then we see the other numbers according. Now if you see here, the green color. The green color, all the numbers, they are 1 less than the multiples of 4. 4 minus 1 is 3, 8 minus 1 is 7, 11, 12 minus 1 is 11, and 16 minus 1 is 15, right? So yeah, they are all less than 1 less than the multiples of 4. So multiples of 4 means 4x, and 1 less than that means 4x minus 1. So for the green color, the formula will be 4x minus 1. Okay. Now observe the red color. If we see the red one, they are, again we compare it with the multiples of 4. 3 less than the multiple of 4. 4 minus 3 is 1. 8 minus 3 is 5. 12 minus 3 is 9. 16 minus 3 is 13. Okay. So for the red color, the formula will be, they are all 1 more, 3 less than the multiples of 4. So 4x minus 3. Right. So this is an easy way to understand, and I write the expressions for each color. Okay. Now we can even check. For yellow, no need to check. It's very easy. If you put a value of x here as 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6, 2 4s are 8. So they are all even numbers. So that we don't touch. But we can check for the formulas for both green and the red color. So let us check for green first. So if I check for green, 4x minus 1, if I want to take this value and I take 4 into 1 minus 1, so that you get 3. If you take 2, 4 2s are 8 minus 1, so you get 7. Right? So this is applicable. So it's correct. We can also check for the red one, 4x minus 3. So if I check for the red one, if I take the value as 1, 4 1s are 4 minus 3 gives you 1. Then we take 4 into 2. 4 2s are 8 minus 3 is 5. So you're getting the next value. Similarly, if we take the third position of red. So if we take 4 into 3 minus 3. So 4 3s are 12, minus 3 is 9. So you're getting these numbers, right? So our formulas, the expressions which we have formed are correct. You can cross check that way and understand it better, right? Now there are 3 numbers given, 3 positions given actually for the same. So the numbers are 90, 190 and 343. Okay. Now 90 and 190, they both are even numbers. Right? So they will be which color? That's easy to say. Yellow in color, because yellow were even. So both will be yellow in color. Okay, so 90 and 190, they will be at which position? The color position yellow. Now we want to check for 343. So now if we divide 343 by 4, why are we dividing by 4? Because the pattern is repeating after 4, and the expression which we found were also with respect to multiples of 4. So now when we divide 343 by 4, we get the quotient as 85 and remainder as 3, right? 3. Now here quotient is not very important. Remainder is 3. Means one more 3. If you add 343 plus 1, 344, that will be divisible by 4. This is very important you understand, because you may get confused that the remainder is 3, so it will be red color, but it's not like that. Try to understand it better. So now remainder is 3, means if you add 1, 344 will be exactly divisible by 4, not 3. Sorry, I've written 3, should be 4. Right? What does it mean? 343 is 1 less than 1 less than the multiple of 4. So 1 less than the multiple of 4 means which formula? 4x minus 1. 4x minus 1 means which color? It would be green color. We saw that. I'll just show you that again. So 4x minus 3, that was green color. Right? So 343 will be green in color. So don't go by the remainder. You have to understand with the remainder. But I'll just write down the answer first. 343 will be green. Green in color. Let me underline it with green. Okay, 343 will be green. So remainder 3 means 1 more than that will be divisible by 4. So that means 343 is 1 less than the multiple of 4. 1 less than means 4x minus 1 means green color. So when the remainder is 3, the formula will be 4x minus 1. The remainder is 1, then the formula will be 4x minus 3. This is just vice versa. So remember that and don't make mistakes if you get other numbers. Question number 14. Observe the pattern below. How many squares will be there in step 4? See, 3 steps are given. 1, 2, 3 steps are given. And they have asked for step 4, step 10, and step 50. How many squares? Like in the first one, it is 5 squares, then 5 plus this 4, 9 squares, and then 5 plus 4 plus 4 means 13 squares. Okay. So they have asked for 4th step, 10th step, and 50th step. That is one question. And we need to write down a general formula for that. Now, how would the formula change if we want to count the number of vertices of all the squares? Right? So there are 2 questions and 2 formulas asked in this. Let us try to understand that. So let us count the number of squares at each step. So step I have written already. Number of steps means first step there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares. Okay, we write down 5. Second step, you can see 5 in the center as the first position, and 1, 2, 3, 4 are added. So here there are 5. Here 5 plus 4. That means 9 squares are there. Here if you see 5, then 4, and the other 4. So 5 plus 4 plus 4, that is 13 squares are there. Right? So why are I am writing this way 5 plus 4 plus 4 so that you understand the pattern, right? So if I split this 5 into 4 plus 1, so everywhere it will be 4 plus 4 plus 4 and one more than that, right? So if you remember the previous question also, we had similar pattern where 5, 9, 13. So if we understand 5 is 1 less than 1 more than 4. This is 1 more than 8. This is 5, you can write it as 4 plus 1. 9 is 8 plus 1. This is 12 plus 1. This is for understanding how to form the make an expression of the formula. Right? So you can see they are 4, 8, 12 are multiples of 4 and 1 more than that. So the formula would be 4x plus 1. Right? So general formula is 4x plus 1. Once you form the general formula, whichever step is asked, you can easily find out. So they have asked at fourth position. So we can, fourth step, it will be 4 4s are 16 plus 1, that is 17. Okay. Now they have also asked for 10th and 50th position. So 10th step, it is 4 into 10 plus 1. So 40 plus 1 is 41. So 41 squares will be there. Once you form the formula, isn't it so easy? 50 steps. 50 steps is 4 into 50 plus 1. So 201. 4 5s are 20. 200 plus 1, so 201. So this was one question, one part of the question. Now and this we were talking about the number of squares. Now their second part was the vertices. So first step has 5 squares and each square has 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices, means the corners, right? So each square will have 4 corners. So we formed a formula for the number of squares and each has 4. So the formula for the number of vertices, will it not be 4 times more than the formula which we formed? So general formula for vertices at each step. So that will be 4 times, and what was our formula? 4x plus 1. 4 times 4x plus 1, because 4x plus 1 is giving us the number of squares and each square has 4 corners. So 4x, if we want to simplify it, we can multiply 4. 4s are 16, x plus 4. So that will be the general formula for the vertices. Question number 15. Numbers are written in a particular sequence in this endless 4-column grid. So there is a grid given over here. 4 columns, it has 4 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4, and n number of rows. We don't know, it is endless grid, right? And there are some questions based on it. So first question is, give expressions to generate all the numbers in a given column. So we need to make expressions for all the 4 columns. So let us go back to the diagram which is given, the grid which is provided over here. So first you should understand what are columns and the rows. So these are column. So this is column number 1, column number 2, column number 3 and column number 4. Then if we see the rows, this is R1, we can name it as R1, row 1, row 2, row 3 and row 4. Right, so columns are fixed. There are only 4 columns and rows are endless. So first is this basic thing. Now we need to form expressions for or the 4 columns, right? So first is C1. If you first observe the pattern in all of them, like if we see the first column, first number is 1, then 4 is being added. 1 plus 4 you get 5, then 5 plus 4 you get 9, 9 plus 4 is 13. Similarly, if we see the second column, 2 plus 4 is 6, everywhere 4 is added. 4 plus 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 4 is 14. If we see column number 3, 3 plus 4, 7, 7 plus 4 is 11, 11 plus 4 is 15, and so on. And last column, column number 4, it starts with 4 itself, but still 4 are added in all of them, because actually after 4 it is the pattern is repeated. So it will be plus 4. So now in the last column, all are multiples of 4. You can see all are multiples of 4. 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8, 4 threes are 12, 4 fours are 16. So we form expression for different columns. So we start with column number 4 because that is the simplest. Because they are all multiples of 4 and we take it as n, like n, by whichever number you want to find out in whichever rows. So we can take it as the expression as 4x. Okay, where x is, or we can write it as r, because r is the number of rows. So column 4, you can say it is 4r. If it is first row, then 4 into 1, 4. If it is second row, 4 twos are 8, like that it goes on. Now second column number 3, we go in reverse order. So if we see column number 3, it is each number is 1 less than the multiple of 4. Do you observe? This is 4 minus 1, you get 3, 8 minus 1, you get 7, 12 minus 1, you get 11, and 16 minus 1, you get 15. So we can write this, we have written the expression as 4r, so then you can write this as 4r minus 1, right, for column number 3. Now column number 2. Now we form again the expression based on the last column. If you observe again, here these are all multiples of 4, and if we see column number 2, they are 2 less than the multiples of 4. 4 minus 2 is 2, 8 minus 2 is 6, 12 minus 2 is 10, and 16 minus 2 is 14. So here the expression will be 4r minus 2. Okay. Similarly, column number 1. Now they are 3 less than the multiples of 4. So 4 minus 3 is 1, 8 minus 3 is 5, 12 minus 3 is 9, right? 16 minus 3 is 13. So here the general formula will be 4r minus 3. So this is how you can form expressions for each row. So question number B, in which row and column will the following numbers appear? 3 questions are given, 127, 147, 201. Now to find the position of any number n, whichever number is given, here there are 3 questions. But first we understand the basics of it and then we go ahead with the questions which are given. So to find out the position of any number n, any number is given, 3 digit, 4 digit, 2 digit, whatever. How to find out the column? The column is determined by its remainder. Whatever is the remainder when n is divided by 4, right? So, why are we dividing by 4? First of all, there are 4 columns. Okay, so we are dividing by 4. So if the remainder is 0, it will be 4, because if you remember, column 4, the expression was 4x. They were all multiples of 4, so naturally the remainder will be 0. Okay. If the remainder is 1, column 1, remainder is 2, column 2, remainder is 3, column 3. right? So finding out column is very easy. You just divide, find out the remainder and write the column accordingly, right? Now for the row is determined by quotient. If now the quotient plus 1 will be the row. When n is divided by 4, again here you have to divide n by 4. But the remainder should not be 0. So if remainder is not 0, whatever quotient you get, add 1 to it, you will get the row number. Okay. But if the remainder is 0, then the same quotient will be your row number. Got it? So let us first understand it through simple examples which are there in the grid which is given. Okay, so let us take an example, suppose 9 we take. Okay, then we can confirm also the rule which we have established looking at the grid. So 9 we divide by 4. When we divide 9 by 4, what is the quotient? What is the remainder? We write both the things. So 4 2s are 8, so 2 will be the quotient, remainder is 1, right? So now the row will be q plus 1 because here remainder is not 0. Q plus 1, what is the quotient? 2. 2 plus 1, that is 3. So 9 should be in row number 3 and column will be the remainder itself, that is 1. Let us go and check with the grid. See, number 9. It's in the column 1 and row 3, right? So what we established is correct. Now let us we'll take all types of examples of each row. Let us take another number, that is, we take suppose 6. So now 6 is divided by 4. So when you divide 6 by 4, the quotient is 1 and the remainder is 2. Okay, so how to find out row? Row will be quotient plus 1, that is 1 plus 1 will be 2. And column will be 2 itself, whatever is the remainder. So 6 belongs to row 2 and column 2. Let us again check back with the grid. So see the number 6, it is in column 2, row 2. Clear? Now we take example, let us take 15. Number 15, now number 15 is divided by 4. So here quotient is 4 3s are 12, so quotient will be 3 and remainder will also be 3. Now how to find out row? Again you have to add 1. 3 plus 1 will be 4 and column will be the remainder itself. So 4 and 3. So row 4 and column 3. 15 number, check it here. Row 4 and column 3. Now we take another number. One last number we'll try. Then we will go back to the question. We take the number 12. So 12 when it is divided by 4, the quotient is 3, remainder is 0. Now you remember, when the remainder is 0, row and column. Row will give you the quotient 3, column gives you, if column is 0, remainder is 0 means the column is 4. Right? So row 3, column 4 to row number 12. Let us go back and check. Number 12, you can see column 4 and row 3. Right? So the rule which we have established is correct. Now, let us take the questions which are given. So first number was 124. Okay. Now we divide. The same rule we'll use and we will divide. So number 1 is 124 divided by 4. So what do we get? quotient as, we'll write the quotient and the remainder. Quotient will be 31, remainder is 0. So what will be the row and the column? Row will be the same as the quotient because the remainder is 0 over here. And when the remainder is 0, column is always 4. Right? This is answer number 1. Now we see the next question. That is 147. Now when 147 is divided by 4, we write down the quotient and the remainder. Quotient will be 4 3s are 12, 2 and 7 is 4 6 are 36, and 1 is the remainder. So 36 is the quotient, remainder is second number, that is 147. So we divide it by 4. So the quotient which we get is 36 and the remainder which we get is 3. Okay. Now, so row, we need to add 1 to the quotient. So quotient plus 1. So 36 plus 1 will give you 37 will be the row. And column will be same as the remainder. So that is 3. So this is question number 2. Now the third number we see, which is 201. So 201 divided by 4. When you divide, the quotient will be 50. The remainder is 1. Okay. So row will be q plus 1. So 50 plus 1 is 15. And column will be same as the remainder. So column will be 1. I hope you have understood this. It is a little lengthy, but with simple examples and forming such rules, it will be easier for you to answer the questions. Question 15c. What number appears in row C and column C? Now the numbers are not given, so we need to form an expression for it. So answer C will be, now if you remember, we were adding 1 with the quotient to get the row. So here, and they were all multiples of 4. So we write 4 and we were adding 1. So here we will subtract 1. IR minus 1. And column was the same as the remainder. Right? So this is the expression for answer C. Bracket, you can write 4 bracket R minus 1. Why 4? Because all are multiples of 4. And row, how do you get? Whatever is the number minus, add 1 to it. So here we are subtracting. Plus C. If you want, we can take an example and I can explain you this. Like suppose we take the number as 10. So 4, what is the, we want that this is our number. So which row it is? Row number 3. 3 minus 1 plus column is 2. So 3 minus 1 is 2 plus 2. So 8, 4 2s are 8 plus 2, 10. So you got the 10, right? So this I have explained how do we get. We have to think in the reverse order for getting the expression. Now question number 4 is asking us to observe a pattern. Observe the positions of multiples of 3. Do you see any pattern in it? List other patterns that you see. Right? So if we observe the pattern, the multiples of 3, let us color it. Multiples of 3, then 12, 15. If we go further, it will be, so you can see it is in slanting manner, right? The pattern which we see, the multiples of 3, and you can write that the odd numbers and the even numbers, right? So multiples of 3 are occurring diagonally, and if we see the odd multiples of 3, they are in row, the column 1 and 3, and the even numbers are in 2 and 4. So that can also be written as your answer. So odd multiples, they are occurring. They are in column 1 and 3. And even multiples, multiples of 3. Here we are talking about multiples of 3 because we are observing pattern in multiples of 3. So even multiples of 3 are in column 2 and 4. That is one observation, right? So you can observe many other patterns. You can find out patterns of multiples of 2, any other number. You can find out patterns of prime numbers, right? So you can explore your own patterns of other numbers and you can list it there. So with this, we complete the chapter. We have completed the figure it out exercise, and soon the next chapter's video will be uploaded. The next chapter is parallel and intersecting lines, right? So if you have not subscribed my channel, kindly subscribe it. Thank you.